Okay, so the next step we want to do is our on-arrival question. And I'm going to actually had my on-arrival question first. So I'm going to put it last. And this is going to be a little bit different. That we've been doing this on-arrival question in the group where we write on some topic. And from the human-centered design community, they have something called the 5 whys. Is that someone shares something and you kind of ask the question, and then somebody asks 5 times why that is important, or why the person is saying what they're saying. And so I wanted to actually try the 5 whys as sort of a test here, it's a little exercise. So Varsha is first, and so you can just share what you have to say on our question. Our on-arrival question was, why is building a culture of empathy important to you? And you sort of mentioned it before, but if you could say it again. Then I'm going to ask 5 times why to what you say, and just kind of go deeper. This is a way of going deeper into what you're saying. So would you like to share why building a culture of empathy is important to you?
Yeah. Building culture of empathy is important to me because, in my opinion, people must first seek to understand others before they first seek to judge others. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm hearing that it's important, the culture of empathy is important because it's important to learn to understand people before you judge them. So why is it important to understand people?
Why is it important to understand people?
Yeah.
So that we can get to know about them, who they really are.
So why is it important to really get to know people, who they are?
So that we don't assume, who they are. So if we assume who they are, then that's a lie. Assumption is a lie.
So why is it important not to assume and to lie?
Because if we assume others, so assuming others will give us a false information. And if we live in a false information about others, so our perception about others will be wrong.
So why is it important not to be wrong?
So it's important not to be wrong because we'll be living in a wrong bubble. And if we live in a wrong bubble, then it's not real.
Okay, so it's important to live in reality. So is what I'm hearing there.
Yeah, and living in reality and getting to know others will finally help us bring people closer to one another.
Okay, yeah. So you want to bring people together and get past out of those bubbles.
Yes.
So okay, so that's why
like launching of bubbles rather than living individually in bubbles.
Okay, well, thank you. Then we'll do the same. That was our 5 whys. So Bill, if you like to share yours, I'm going to do the same with the 5 whys.
Okay, so it was pretty much similar to what I said earlier. I believe that the culture of empathy is the only matrix that we can use in order to take care of each other and look at things rationally and compassionately.
Okay, why is it important to take care of each other?
Because we are creatures of, we are human beings, and when we feel that we're care of, then we act out and we do destructive things. But when we feel that we are being taken care of, then we're much more likely to cooperate. And also our mind is more quiescent and clear so that we can actually see what a problem is and then make an effective intervention.
So why is it important to you to make effective interventions?
Because that's the other feedback I think that people in a culture of empathy need. When you feel heard, you feel competent. And when you make a competent intervention, then you feel like you're talking and really communicating with nature as a whole, because you actually did something that had an effect that you could predict and that you could see the effect.
Mm-hmm. So why is it important to have, to be able to see the effect that you're having?
Because because as you expand out, you're expanding your knowledge, and you're learning new things, and you're experiencing new things. And I believe that that's a very important key to individual mental health and also societal mental health.
Mm-hmm. So why is societal and individual mental health important to you?
Because the alternative is pretty ugly. We've seen what happens when people put their short-term interests in front of the long-term interests of us all. Then we all suffer, even the ones who benefit temporarily.
Okay, thank you. Then Peter, what shall we do? 5 whys?
Yeah, I just put down, like I said before, everybody matters. You know, building a culture of empathy is very important because everyone matters. And I like that saying. I like the saying, everyone matters.
So why is it important to you that everyone matter?
Because if I'm part of everyone, that's it. You know, I'm part of everyone, and if I matter, then everyone matters.
So why do you want to matter? Why is it important to you that you matter?
Ooh. Yeah. It's important for me to matter because life is that beautiful for me. I'm thinking about it. And if I matter and everyone else matters, I'm able to maximize that beauty. Despite of all the other stuff happening around me, I'm able to really push for how beautiful I think life is.
So why is it important to you to have that sense of beauty?
Because if I matter and everyone matters and we are able to connect with this sense of beauty, then we can create a world where there is a culture of empathy and a culture of this type of beauty within all our decisions and all our choices.
Okay, so that was the 5 whys. Then Celia?
I think empathy is the basis of even our existence. It has to do with survival. You have to feel empathy for the people that you live with in order for you to survive. You are part of them. You're not living on the earth by yourself. We are put here together, so there's something to it, and empathy is one of the big tools, I think, that needs to do that.
So why is survival important to you?
To create why survival? Dang. Right. Why would we want to survive? I don't know. Survival may not be the correct word then. Maybe it is more to be of help for each other, and with that help to grow and continue to live. Yeah, survivors continue to live. You came here to do something, and you have to figure out what that is, and you can have the help of others to do so.
So why is it important to you to find out, to continue to live, to find out, to grow, I guess, to...
Yeah, or maybe to know what you came to do here.
Oh, to find your purpose. Why? Yeah. So why is it important to find your purpose or mission?
Right. As for what I understand now in the stage of age I am and all the teachings, is that I feel like I'm developing something, and I'm not there yet. So otherwise I would have been gone. So it is like everybody has a kind of a task there to fulfill in order to expand and grow.
Mm-hmm. So why is it important for you to fulfill your task?
For me, it's very important because I even cannot not do it. Since I encountered that big question, why does everybody still like to play the Medea, like killing and jealousy? And we love to play it as actresses. We love to go to the theater and watch it, a play that was 2,000 years ago written. And we still love it. We still do it. And I thought, didn't we learn anything in 2,000 years? And that became such a big why for me to go on a search. And I forgot while I just was enjoying my theater academy. But then when I encountered the communication skills, then it hit deep. It's really that were the answers. Yeah.
Okay. So thanks. So I can go with mine. So for me, it was a couple of things. Building a culture of empathy to me is important because I see empathy as a foundational skill to really problem solve and foster well-being for everyone on the planet.
Why would well-being be an important thing?
It feels good. It's like well-being. It feels like it just has a feeling of positiveness and a sense of feeling of growth. So it's like these positive feelings.
Anybody else? Ask the next question. Why would you feel the benefit of that? Why would that matter?
Yeah, it's like my body is telling me when it's in pain. It says, "Don't do this anymore." It says somehow it's like there's something biological in me. I think of Carl Rogers. It's a quote I use a lot. Is he talks about listening, which I think is empathy and a culture of empathy, and it feels damn good. There's a sense of it's the feeling of feeling positive, and the opposite is just all kinds of different anxieties, fears, pain, suffering. And so it seems struggle. Somebody mentioned struggle.
Okay, could I ask? So
yeah.
why is it important to listen to your body?
I think you can't. Oh, yeah. Why is it important? Yeah, it's important to listen to the body, to what the body is saying, because you can't help but do it. It's like even when you're thinking, you're kind of listening to something in your body. So we're always in our body. If we're not in our body, we're kind of like dead. So it's like, non-existence. So it's like we cannot help but do it. I think there's no off switch.